Picture yourself minding your business, maybe eating leftover pasta you absolutely know should have been thrown out 2 days ago, when suddenly, bam, an invisible intergalactic bullet made of pure chaos flies straight through your body at nearly the speed of light. Congratulations, you've just been kissed by cosmic radiation. Don't panic. Well, actually, panic a little. These things are basically space's version of drive-by shootings, except the shooter is a star having a meltdown somewhere thousands of light years away. Your body doesn't even bother to warn you. Cosmic rays don't trigger some cool dramatic effect like glowing blue veins or spontaneous levitation. Nope, they slip through your atoms like your molecules forgot to lock the door. Sometimes they pass through with zero drama. Other times they knock an electron loose or casually snip a strand of your DNA like they're editing a document they have no business touching. It's like the universe looked at your cells and said, what if we just stirred things around? Scientists who study this stuff basically say cosmic rays are unavoidable. You get hit by them every day. At sea level, it's not the end of the world, just 3 microdoses of cosmic spice. But climb a mountain, fly in a plane, or, God help you, decide you want to be an astronaut and suddenly the universe upgrades the difficulty setting. Astronauts literally see flashes of light when they close their eyes because high energy particles are ramming straight into their retinas. Imagine trying to sleep while the universe plays laser tag inside your skull. The punchline? There's no shield big enough, thick enough, or affordable enough to totally stop this stuff. Space radiation doesn't care about your boundaries or your delicate DNA. It's basically the universe tapping on your shoulder every day to remind you, hey, just checking, you are still mortal, right? Imagine you're outside, looking at the sky, appreciating how peaceful it all seems, totally unaware that somewhere across the galaxy a star could be throwing the deadliest tantrum in existence. A gamma ray burst is basically when a dying star decides to scream so loudly it fires a beam of pure death straight across the universe. If one of these beams ever pointed at Earth, you wouldn't even have time to send a bruh text. The atmosphere would get flash fried, the ozone layer would be microwaved off the planet, and you'd be vaporized faster than you can remember your Wi-Fi password. The wild part is you wouldn't feel anything. A gamma ray burst doesn't knock on your door, it just deletes the entire neighborhood. One moment you're alive, the next you're starring in an involuntary speedrun called Any Cent Human Existence. These bursts carry more energy in a few seconds than our sun will blast out in its entire lifetime. If that sounds unfair, that's because it is. Space does not believe in balance patches. Scientists think a past gamma ray burst may have caused a mass extinction on Earth millions of years ago, which means the universe already took a shot at us before and literally might try again. We can't stop them, we can't predict them with perfect accuracy, and we definitely can't hide from them. They're cosmic snipers with aim assist permanently turned on. The real kicker? A gamma ray burst only needs to point at Earth, not hit it. Just look in our direction with its energy beam. Basically, the universe has a murder flashlight that can erase planets, and it's perfectly okay with waving it around like a toddler with a laser pointer and zero supervision. You know that weird feeling when you're walking alone at night and swear something is following you? Now scale that up to the size of a planet. Rogue planets are giant, cold, homeless worlds that got yeeted out of their solar systems and now wander through space like cosmic drifters with nothing to lose. No star, no orbit, no rules. These things float through the galaxy in total darkness, and we have no idea how many of them there are. Some scientists estimate there could be billions, as in more rogue planets than normal planets. Great, wonderful, perfect. Just what we needed. Space is full of giant invisible bowling balls traveling at ridiculous speeds, and if one of them ever slam dunks Earth, that's the end of the story. If a rogue planet got too close, it wouldn't even have to hit us. Just passing by could yank Earth out of orbit like a cosmic bully grabbing your shirt collar. Suddenly, the cozy loop we make around the sun turns into, oops, we're falling into the void, or, wow, guess we live inside the sun now. Our seasons would explode into chaos. Tides, ruined, climate, deleted, humanity, on the express train to, why is everything either freezing or on fire? Worst part, we can't see them unless they pass in front of something bright. These things are basically stealth bosses. The universe keeps them on silent mode, like a horror movie jump scare drifting through interstellar space. Picture your phone randomly exploding in your hand, not because you dropped it or because it's one of those models that occasionally burst into flames, but because the sun felt spicy today. Solar flares are like the sun's angry sneeze, except instead of spraying germs, it launches electromagnetic chaos powerful enough to fry satellites, shut down power grids, and basically shove Earth back into the 1800s. If you ever want to know how much the universe respects you, here's your answer. A solar flare doesn't even have to hit the surface of Earth to ruin your entire vibe. It just has to nudge the planet with a strong enough surge of charged particles. Suddenly, your GPS can't find your location, air traffic control is dealing with cosmic interference, and your favorite streamers can't go live because half the internet just rage quit existence. The science behind it is weirdly elegant. The sun's magnetic fields twist themselves into knots, get stressed, and then snap. It's cosmic bubble wrap being popped on a scale that should terrify everyone. When these magnetic knots break, enormous energy blasts outward. If it's pointed at us, boom, surprise auroras, malfunctioning electronics, and your entire electrical grid playing jump rope with stability. If something on the level of the 1859 Carrington event hit today, your fridge, bank account, and any sense of normality would all simultaneously scream, and the best part, we'd get maybe a day of warning. Maybe. The universe basically texts, heads up LOL, while the sun prepares to yeet our infrastructure off the planet. So yeah, while you're worrying about paying your bills, the sun might be up there deciding whether to electronically nuke civilization because it felt like rearranging its magnetic haircut. Imagine walking through your house and discovering a hole in the floor that doesn't just drop into the basement. It removes the concept of down completely. A black hole is basically the universe deleting a region of space and replacing it with a cosmic garbage disposal that eats light, time, matter, and probably your sense of emotional stability. But the real nightmare isn't falling into one, it's if a black hole wanders too close to us. Luckily, the nearest known one is far away. Unluckily, the key phrase there is known one. Black holes don't glow unless they're eating something. A black hole that isn't currently snacking is practically invisible. It just drifts silently, like the universe's version of a landmine. If one decided to stroll through our solar system, it wouldn't even need to touch Earth. Its gravity alone would tear orbits apart, planets would go flying like marbles on a tilted table. The sun could get pulled into a new orbit, Earth could get stretched like cosmic taffy. You, personally, would be far too dead to appreciate the scientific implications. The physics is wild, get too close and time literally slows down for you. Not metaphorically, literally. Your friends would watch you fall in super slow motion while you're internally screaming at full speed. The black hole doesn't care. It crushes atoms, annihilates light, and shreds space-time like it's trying to win a cosmic talent show in destruction. Black holes are the ultimate do not touch signs of the universe, except the signs are invisible and the thing they're warning you about is moving. You ever walk on the ground and think, wow, solid surface, stable, trustworthy? Yeah, about that. Under certain places on Earth, there are enormous chambers of molten rock just vibing, waiting, biding their time like geological villains slowly charging up their ultimate attack move. Supervolcanoes aren't the dramatic cone-shaped mountains you draw in grade school. They're massive underground ticking time bombs. When they blow, they don't just erupt, they detonate. These things can launch thousands of cubic kilometers of ash into the sky, turn the planet's atmosphere into grey soup, and drop global temperatures like Earth suddenly switch to power-saving mode. You wouldn't have to be anywhere near one to be wrecked by it. A supervolcano explosion is basically Earth rage-quitting life as we know it. Ash clouds block sunlight, crops fail worldwide, ecosystems panic, and you find yourself Googling, can humans eat moss while society collectively unravels? Psychologically, our brains love pretending these things don't exist because we can't do anything about them. There's no prevention, no magic volcano cork, no off switch. They erupt every few 100,000 years or so, which would be comforting if we weren't overdue on a few of them. It's like living in a house with multiple buried landmines and deciding to just stay positive. And the universe? Completely chill about the whole thing. It's like, hey, I gave you complex civilization and smartphones, but also here's a molten apocalypse machine directly underneath your feet. Balance. Somewhere, right now, there's a microscopic organism plotting your downfall. Not personally. Microbes aren't vindictive, but statistically, they're absolutely taking swings at humanity every single day. You're basically a walking buffet wrapped in warm, wet skin, and microbes treat you like an all-inclusive resort with unlimited snacks. Viruses and bacteria evolve at absurd speeds. You need decades to grow up, figure out taxes, and maybe learn how to fold a fitted sheet. Microbes, they can go through thousands of generations in the time it takes you to remember why you walked into the kitchen. That means they evolve like they've got cheat codes enabled. They mutate, adapt, counter your defenses, and occasionally jump species just for fun. It's the biological equivalent of speedrunning your immune system. Most of the time, your body wins. Your immune cells wander around like microscopic security guards, yelling at anything suspicious and occasionally nuking an innocent bystander because they got confused. But every now and then, the universe lets a pathogen roll out with an overpowered build. Maybe it spreads too fast, maybe it hides too well, maybe it shows up with a party trick your immune system can't decode in time. And then, well, history books get new chapters. The disturbing part is that nature doesn't care about your weekend plans, your long-term ambitions, or the fact that you finally started going to the gym again. A virus can mutate in a random animal somewhere, hop into a human, and boom, global crisis speedrun. Microbes are the universe's way of reminding you that even the tiniest life forms can pull off a world-ending combo attack. Ironically, humans are out here building megacities, AI, space telescopes, and a particle so small you could fit billions on the head of a pin can still wipe the floor with our advanced civilization. Basically, the universe packed its deadliest assassins into creatures you can't even see. Imagine a giant space rock coasting through the void, totally chill, until for some reason it decides Earth looks like a great place to punch. Asteroids don't hate us, they just exist in the worst possible places. The solar system is full of these things, leftovers from planetary construction that never got cleaned up. It's like the universe did a renovation and forgot to take out the debris. Most asteroids mind their business, but some get chaotic. Their orbits shift from tiny gravitational nudges, or heat from the sun, or cosmic randomness, until one day, surprise, they're headed straight toward you and 7 billion of your closest friends. If a big one hits, we're not talking oops, a crater. We're talking shockwaves flattening everything for hundreds of miles, tsunamis racing across oceans, and enough dust launched into the atmosphere to block sunlight and send Earth into a temporary ice age. Agriculture collapses, ecosystems panic, and suddenly humanity is competing for canned beans like it's a dystopian Black Friday. And here's the kicker, small asteroids hit constantly. You just don't notice because the atmosphere vaporizes them before they get a chance to embarrass you personally. But the big boys, the ones that could reboot civilization, we track some of them, not all. Just enough to feel confident, and then immediately remember we are absolutely not tracking all the rocks. The universe basically stores its delete Earth options in a giant, disorganized gravel pile and hopes we don't stand in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Imagine waking up, stretching, getting out of bed, and poof, everything ceases to exist. Not just you, not just Earth, everything. Because somewhere, completely without warning, the fabric of reality decided it was done being stable and initiated a cosmic factory reset. Vacuum decay is the idea that the universe might not be in the lowest possible energy state. Right now, we're floating in what physicists call a false vacuum, which is basically the universe sitting in a comfy chair that isn't actually the comfiest chair available. If the universe ever finds the actual lowest energy state, it will switch to it instantly. And by switch, I mean erase the current version of reality and replace it with a different one traveling outward at the speed of light. No warning, no pain, no time to panic. One moment you exist, the next moment you don't. It's the ultimate Irish goodbye. Reality just dips without telling anyone. This bubble of true vacuum would rewrite the laws of physics as it expands. Atoms, gone, chemistry, deleted, space-time, updated to version you do not survive this patch. You wouldn't even know it happened. The bubble moves at light speed, and since nothing outruns light, you'll never see it coming. Scientists assure us this probably won't happen anytime soon, which is exactly what someone says when they're trying not to freak you out. Meanwhile, the universe is just casually storing a cosmic end all existence button somewhere in the quantum code. If reality had patch notes, vacuum decay would be listed under major balance changes, expect instability. Picture sitting on your couch, staring at a blank wall, feeling nothing in particular. Now stretch that sensation across the entire universe for eternity. The heat death isn't dramatic. It's not fiery, not explosive, not even chaotic. It's the universe slowly exhaling, shrugging, and deciding it's tired of doing literally anything ever again. Right now, stars burn, galaxies spin, black holes snack on whatever gets too close. The cosmos is lively in its own cold, terrifying way. But entropy, the universe's built-in rule of everything gets boring eventually, is always ticking upward. Over trillions of years, stars burn out, galaxies go dark, black holes evaporate, matter decays. The universe stops making interesting things and slips into an endless cosmic retirement home with no staff and the lights permanently dimmed. Imagine walking into a party and realizing everyone left 3 hours ago. The music's off and even the snacks have gone stale. That's the heat death. The universe becomes a silent wasteland where particles barely interact because everything is so spread out. Temperature drops toward absolute zero. Motion slows to a crawl. Chemistry, dead. Physics, boring. Hope, dreams, and the possibility of life, all filed under lol, nope. The worst part? You can't stop it. There's no cosmic emergency exit, no reverse button, no turn entropy down a notch option. This isn't even the universe trying to kill you. It's the universe killing everything, everywhere, forever, simply by becoming too tired to continue. Your brain, which loves patterns and meaning, hears all this and immediately tries to argue back, to imagine some loophole. But entropy is undefeated. It's the cosmic equivalent of gravity's older, more patient sibling, the one that doesn't push you off a cliff but waits centuries until you crumble into dust on your own. Eventually, there will be nothing left but cold darkness stretching into infinity, with the last particles silently drifting apart like two X's refusing to make eye contact. It's the most anticlimactic apocalypse imaginable. The universe doesn't explode, it just gets bored of existing and ghosts itself. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.